Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished senators, the first business Mr. President, distinguished colleague, may I move that the Senate do dissolve into an executive session to discuss a very...
Yes, the Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to second that the President Senate do dissolve to Committee of the Whole. I so second.
The motion has been moved and seconded that this Senate do resolve into an executive session to continue the business of the day. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
And reporting because 2 weeks they will come for an extension. Don't you want to make it 4 weeks?
Yeah, it can be. We can extend it to 4 weeks, sir.
All right.
Yeah, but 8 weeks.
There's an amendment that the ad hoc committee should be 4 weeks, not 8 weeks. Any second to this amendment? Yes, let's hear you, Honorable Libe.
And I represent the very prosperous people of Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. I rise to second the amendment proposed by my brother from Kazauri. I so second. Amendment.
Thank you. The other amendments have been seconded. Let's put the question. Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Okay, amendment, yes. Honorable Kwanda.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Speaker, and my honorable colleagues. I just want to add that the suspension of the airline in question should remain. The airline matter should remain suspended until this investigation is exhaustively carried out.
Is that part of the prayer?
Because, yes, because this is a very serious matter. Virtually all of us here fly. Do I have your permission, Mr.
Excuse me, Honorable Kwanta.
Yes.
Is it part of the prayer by the mover of the motion?
No, it's an addition to the prayer that the airline in question should remain suspended until this investigation is carried out. Because this is a very serious.
No, excuse me.
Do I have your permission, please? Am I protected, Mr. Speaker? I need to.
You are protected. The question is whether the airline has committed any offense by injecting poor aviation fuel into their
Mr. Speaker,
aircraft. And I don't think, excuse me, please, here before a live television, this house cannot be rowdy.
Order,
if we must
order,
hear
please.
ourselves.
Order, please.
Amendment.
Nkwanta, can you have your seat?
The question is whether the airline that has suffered this adulterated fuel deliberately accepted it to spoil their aircraft. So to say you want to suspend them for what offense? I mean, do you want us to go on with this amendment, or you want to drop it?
I am not dropping it, Mr. Speaker, because
more amendments.
do I have your protection, Mr. Speaker?
Please don't use your mic until you are recognized. Please. Gentlemen, sit down, please. Order. Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, we are talking of a very, very serious matter that would have led to serious loss of life and property in this country. I agree that aviation fuel is supplied by a third party, but the airline too has a responsibility to ensure that because they have a way of testing these products. You don't just go and buy because we are not talking of vehicles that drive on the road. We are talking of aircraft that fly in the air. So
Amendment, sir. Amendment, Mr. Speaker.
To continue.
Amendment. Okay, so you are continuing with the amendment.
Yes, thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Speaker.
any seconder to this amendment?
One house, please. One house.
Please, any seconder to this motion? Amendment. You want to second that motion? Okay, go ahead and second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please make it quick, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name, honorable colleagues, is Honorable Eze Nwachukwueze, representing the good people of Ebonyi-Ohuku Federal Constituency of Ebonyi State. Mr. Speaker, I arise to second the motion ably moved by my brother Nkwanta that the airline should remain suspended until this.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order. Point of order.
This amendment now.
Thank you. Sit down.
Order.
Sit down. Honorable Eze, sit down.
One house, please.
Protect me, Mr. Speaker.
Sit down.
One house, please. Point of order, Mr.
Sit
Speaker.
down and off your microphone.
Continue.
One house,
Honorable
please.
Eze, off your
Point of
microphone.
order, Mr.
Amendment. A motion have been moved. A motion have been moved and seconded. I will put the question. Though in support that the airlines that have suffered this adulterated fuel be suspended, say aye. Those against, say nay. The nays have it. Honorable colleagues, one house, please, one house. Those in support order of the motion as amended, say aye. Those against, say nay. I don't think you understand the vote motion you are voting on. And I said, unless you're listening, you will not hear. And those in charge of this microphone, increase it a little bit. We have amended the motion moved by our brother, the original mover of the motion. One amendment. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the ad hoc committee when constituted. By our rules, we have taken two matters of urgent public importance as allowed by our rules. Is there any other urgent public importance?
Point of order, sir. Point of order.
Any other matter of public importance?
Point of order.
Honorable Aliyu Abubakar, I thought you have a matter of public importance, urgent public importance. So move that we amend our rules to enable you to take it.
Mr. Speaker, I already have two matters of urgent public importance.
Yeah, we have taken two, but we want to amend to take the third one.
Right, Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I'm coming under Order 8, Rule 4, to crave your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, some of my colleagues, to bring an urgent matter of public importance that relates to the urgent call to stop persistent attacks, shootings, killings, and kidnapping, and other banditry activities in Bathari, Sapana,
Honorable colleague, we are not hearing you. Those controlling the microphone, do something about that. We didn't hear him. Please do something about the volume.
Right, Honorable Speaker, my colleagues. Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, I'm coming under Order 8, Rule 4, to bring a matter of urgent public importance that relates to the urgent call to stop persistent attacks, shootings, killings, kidnapping, and other banditry activities in Bathari, Sapana, Damusa Federal Constituency of Katsina State. I so submit, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Any seconder to that motion? Honorable Ginger.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Ginger Onwusibe. I represent the people of Isialangwa North, Isialangwa South Federal Constituency of Abia State. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion for us to suspend our rules as moved by my honorable colleague. I so second.
Thank you very much. There's a second leg to his motion that we suspend our rules, which is Order 8, Rule 4, Sub 4, to enable us here, take another one that actually supposed to be the first motion that you move, and then it will be followed by this one that has been seconded. I will take your first motion as the one that you have moved for us to suspend our Order 8, Rule 4, Sub 4. Are we in agreement? Honorable Abubakar, are we in agreement? That was your motion?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it has been seconded. Now move the motion as to the title so that let's know whether it's urgent and if we can take it now. Go ahead. Make it fast, please.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, my colleagues, I am Ali Ilyas Abubakar, representing Bazari Safana, Damusa Federal Constituency from Katsina State. Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, this is an urgent matter because it is a persistent and daily attacks, shootings, killings, and kidnapping in my constituency. Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, even last weekend, I was at home, but what I met, Mr. Speaker, sir, was multiple attacks, shootings, killings, and kidnapping.
Okay, we have gotten the title of the motion. Any seconder that it is urgent enough? Honorable Wife, make it quick, please.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Francis Ejirogene Wife is my name, and I represent the entire people of Ugele North, Ugele South, Adudu. I'm from Delta State. I rise to second the second leg of the motion as moved by my colleague from Katsina. I so second.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Please go ahead and move your motion.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, my colleagues, I remain Ilyas Ali Abubakar from Batari Safana Damusa Federal Constituency of Katsina State. Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, as I was saying, I was at home last weekend, but what I met, Mr. Speaker, sir, was multiple attacks, shootings, killings, and kidnapping of people of the Banduhu and Kirta villages in Safana local government, and Nahuta, Engaya, and Dankar villages in Batari local government, and other villages in Damusa local government. Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, these bandits attacked these villages, leaving many dead, and others were wounded and kidnapped. Currently, there are some people that are receiving treatment at Federal Medical Center Katsina, and some are in the hands of these bandits. These bandits, Mr. Speaker, sir, they operate on daily basis, and there are even some bandits that are called solar bandits. They only operate in the daylight, while other bandits operate in the night. My people in the area are thrown, and other thrown security areas left their homes and farms. They can no longer farm or trade. This poses danger of food.
Honorable colleague, go to your prayers, please. Go to your prayers.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, there is an important message I want to inform this Honorable House. A whole district head in my constituency, Antumaki, was shot and killed in his home palace. And even my brother, he's a ward head, he was shot in the head, he was killed by Right Honorable Speaker. His wife and youngest child was kidnapped. I have to pay 2 million naira as ransom to get them released. Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, even this 2023 presidential and national election could not even hold in 2 wards of Damusa local governments and some polling units in Safana and Bazar local governments. Right, Honorable Speaker, let me quickly go to my phrase. Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, my prayer is to call on all those that are responsible for maintaining law and order to do something possible, very urgent, in order to restore peace in this community, and also to pray for those that lost their lives in these banditry activities. I so submit, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Any seconder to this motion? The gentleman at the back, the very back. No, not you, the very back. Yes. Is that Air Junior? Please second the motion.
Mr. Speaker, this is a live program. People should mind their seats. Please, stop going to speaker, please.
Mr. Speaker, My name is Mohammed Bello El Rufai, representing the good people of Kaduna North. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my elder brother. I do second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Please, honorable colleague, I think we should stop approaching the chair so that we can move forward. You can always see me after the plenary if there's anything that is urgent, unless it's very, very urgent, run it by the leader, and then he can allow you to come up so that we can move forward. We'll take the last matter of urgent public importance. Namani, honorable.
My friend, sir. My friend, sir. 1 minute silence for those that lost their lives, sir. My friend, sir. My friend, sir. 1 minute silence.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of order, please?
Mr. Speaker, sir, my name is...
Put on your microphone, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my name is Aliyu Bappa, Mr. FCNA. I want to take on privilege order 6-2. Mr. Speaker, the person who made a motion as regards the banditry and killing of the people in that community. One, the chair did not, the speaker did not direct what should have been done. Mr. Speaker, the essence of this motion is urgent and it is quick. People are kidnapped, people are being killed, people are being maimed, people are being raped. Rather than waiting for any of the committees to take position. Mr. Speaker, we have approved the service chiefs yesterday. I will want you to direct the service chief to immediately take action from today, Mr. Speaker. If we wait until committees are formed, these people will be under siege, the killing is going to be continued. So I'm urging the chair to direct the service chiefs appointed yesterday to swing into action immediately in order to recover this and to stop this killing. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Thank you very much. Your opinion is noted. But before the next motion is moved, it is important to know that this particular motion has been referred to the relevant security committees once constituted.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues,
Go ahead. Is it urgent enough?
yes, it is, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Emeka Nnamani. I represent the good and productive and innovative people of Aba North and South. And I'm here to move a motion to present a matter of urgent public importance as regards to the erosion and the threats that it has occasioned on the people living in Ovon Street and People's Road, the Federal Housing Estate, all in Obo community of Aba North local government area. I so move. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Before I call for the seconding of this motion, honorable colleague, the issue of erosion is not a matter of urgent public importance. I think I will advise that it be listed on notice. If you don't mind, if you can withdraw your motion, this motion should go on notice because it's erosion. It has been happening for a while. We'll list it and then we'll take it off from there as a disaster motion, if you don't mind. Do you wish to withdraw your motion?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will withdraw my motion, and I will cue it in at as you have advised. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Namani. I appreciate. Motion is hereby withdrawn. Clerk, please list it for the next legislative date, probably on Tuesday. Honorable colleagues, the business of the day is presentation of 20 bills, and I invite the clerk to read their short title.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, Federal College of Education, Omuaran, Kwara State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Food Processing and Preservation Center, OC Ekiti, Kwara State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Central Bank of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Central Bank of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2020, first reading. Federal University of Minna Bill 2023, first reading. Tertiary Education Trust Fund Establishment Bill Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Standards Organization of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Religious Discrimination Prohibition Prevention Bill 2023, first reading. National Shared Development Council Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Central Bank of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading.
Thank you, Clerk. The first order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Electricity Act 2023 to address concerns of host communities and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Babajimi Benson, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, the 11th of July, 2023. I now invite Honorable Benson to move that the bill be read the second time. Honorable Benson, if you are in the house, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Babajimi Benson, representing the gender-friendly people of the Ikorodu Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to request that the amendments contained in this document, amendment to Section 6 and amendment to Section 95, be read a second time. I so propose, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Jimmy. Any second, Honorable Rum.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Kabir Alasarurum. I represent Chalano Bunko, the Tibe Federal Constituency. For the Speaker, I am Prankano. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my brother, Honorable Jimmy Benson. I also second, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Runrum. Honorable Jimmy Benson, you may now lead your debate.
Thank you once again, Honorable Speaker. The first request, Mr. Speaker, is that going through the bill, there are 19 Genco companies in Nigeria, but the bill omits one, and the one it omits is the Geregu power plant. So my request is that we kindly include Geregu in the schedule of the Gencos we have in Nigeria. Secondly, the most important one is the host community that the Gencos are cited, that the percentage of the revenue from the Genco companies are applied directly to the host community itself. However, what the bill says is that the amounts earmarked for host community development should be sent to Hyperdeck, which is Hydro Producing Area Agency. So I do not think that is appropriate, so I'm requesting that sections 95 to C and D be deleted accordingly. I so propose, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this motion that is moved? Honorable Shetima.
Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable colleagues, I remain Lawan Shetima Ali, representing Brusari Gaida Ministry Federal Constituency from Yobe sir. I rise to second the motion as moved by my able colleague, as well as a concern.
Before I put the question, the new Electricity Act grants states, companies and individuals the authority to generate, the authority to transmit and distribute electricity. This move represents a significant departure from the previous centralized system, currently allowing states to take charge of their electricity resources and fostering the development of renewable energy projects. The Electricity Act repeals the Electricity Power Sector Reform Act, signed by former President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2005. The Electricity Act 2023 consolidates the various electricity laws in the power sector. Some of these laws are the hydroelectric power producing, like he rightly pointed out. The Nigeria Electricity Management Services Act 2015 and others. In addition, the Act sets aside, like he mentioned, 5% of all revenue accruing from the power generated by the various power generating companies in Nigeria, the Gencos. This is important for us to reiterate that the House ponders on these amendments so seriously because it is timely, especially for the host communities. For me and the House and the leadership of this House, it appears to us a groundbreaking provision with the Act. That is the creation of state electricity market. Previously, the entire electricity market was regulated by the federal government. But now, with this decentralization, it will empower states with greater control over their electricity system. It paves the way for localized decision-making and the realization of state-specific renewable energy initiative. I will put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Electricity Act 2023 to address concerns of host communities and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill is hereby referred to the Committee of the Whole. Leader, can you move that we step down the next order?
Mr. Speaker, Professor Julius Ihonvere, ON, DSSRS. I rise to move that in view of some novel developments, we step down Order 2, reconsideration of outstanding bills from the preceding assembly. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder from the minority? Please, Honorable Madaki.
Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, my name is Ali Usanuma Adaki, and I represent the Ala Federal Constituency. I do second the motion to step down as requested by the House Leader. Thank you.
Motion is hereby step down. The third order of the day is a motion on the need to construct 330/132/33 kVA by 150 MVA 2 by 60 MVA transmission substations of Anyimba to improve electricity supply to the entire Kogi East, standing in the name of Honorable Abdullahi Ibrahim Halems. Honorable Halems, you are invited to move your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Abdullah Ibrahim Halims. I am from Kogi State, and I represent the good people of Ankpa, Omala, Olamboro Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to move this very, very important motion on the need to construct 330/132/33 kVA, 150 MVA, 2 by 60 MVA transmission substation at Anyimba to improve electricity supply to the entire Kogi East. The House knows that Kogi East Zone comprises of 9 local governments, namely Ankpa, Olamaboro, Omala,
Honorable Dasuki, if you are here, please approach the chair.
Ofu, Ida, Ibaji, and Igalamela local government. And it is one of the strategic zones in the state that shares border with Enugu, Anambra, Edo, Delta, and Benue states. Also knows
Honorable
that
Jimmy, come with Honorable Dasuki.
is a zone that houses quarry industries and other governmental institutions like Kogi State University, general and zonal sawmilling factories, cassava processing mills, hospitals, army barracks, commercial banks, recreational facilities, filling station, petrol filling stations and gas stations, respectively. Also aware that Geregu Power Station and some 33/11 kV project lines and other distributing project lines are sited in the zone, some of which are completed and others at advanced stage of completions. Worried that as strategic as this zone is to the state and the country, the zone cannot boast of steady and regular power supply. And concerned that as important as these facilities are, if a transmission substation is not constructed to boost the distribution of electricity in the state, the facilities will be underutilized and becomes dilapidated. The House resolved to urge the Federal Ministry of Power through its agency, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to ensure the provision of funds for the construction of 330/132/33 kVA, 2x150 MVA, 2x60 MVA transmission substation at Ayimba in 2024 budget estimates. And 2, mandate committees on power and appropriation when constituted to ensure compliance. Mr. Speaker, sir, I seek the leave of this House to add one additional prayer as my prayer number 3. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Halems. Any seconder to this motion? There are people who have not gotten the opportunity to
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
be heard. That is the people we are scouting for today, so that they will be heard. The gentleman at the AC, the tall brother of mine.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Not you, please. You are not as tall as him.
My friend, not you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
My honorable colleagues, I remain Tijani Zanna Zakaria. I represent the entire people of Nguru, Machina, Karasua, and the Ispari Federal Constituency. I'm from Yobe State. I rise to second the motion as heavily moved by my deputy leader. I so second, sir.
Any amendment? Yes? Yes, let's hear your amendment, please.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Halimi, you move the motion. You can't be amending. Allow others to amend.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Halim, allow others. You move the motion. Yes, let's hear you.
Mr. Speaker, fellow colleagues, my name is Honorable Engineer Dominic Okafo. I represent Agota Federal Constituency in Anambra State. My amendment goes to the prayer. Considering the importance of power in the industrialization of this country, which I'm sure the current federal government is very committed to, I therefore amend that to urge the Federal Ministry of Power through its agency, that's the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to also provide such transmission substations in all other parts of the 360 or 359 federal constituency that do not have access to the national grid, so that they can also benefit to the same advantage of what my honorable member is asking for his community. I so amend.
Please off your microphone when you finish speaking. Any seconder to this amendment? Yeah, my friend beside Obeta. Not you with the black cap. You're also my friend, but allow that my friend to speak first. Thank you.
Thank you.
Honorable colleague, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, My name is Honorable Ekeni Abubakar Adams. I represent the good people.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name remains honorable.
Please, let me see you. Let me see.
Speak into your mic so that we can hear you, please.
I represent the good people of Chukunkadiru of Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, I hereby second the motion able moved by my distinguished colleagues. I second. Thank you, sir.
I put the question. Those in support of this amendment say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This is a utility motion. Let's not water down this. Okay, let's hear you, Honorable Oga. I think that will be the last amendment on this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
Honorable colleagues, I'm Honorable Comrade Chinedu Oga ON. I represent Ikwo Ezasa Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Ebonyi State. Mr. Speaker, my amendment is prayer number 3, that the Federal Ministry of Power should, as a matter of urgency, build the electrical tower linking Jeregu Power Plant in Abiokute to Itope, linking the entire Kogi East to the national grid, thereby solving the problem of perpetual blackout in the entire Kogi State. I hereby move for the amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this amendment? Marky.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I'm Abubakar Maki Eleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudori Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support